is not just your average vegan ham recipe. This is a quest to save millions of pigs. I have always had burning passion, literally, whether it was setting food on fire or the stuff that grows in the dirt. It has amazing ability to nourish, to heal, and to connect us back to nature. Here at 17, wild hair, wild dreams, and a wild appetite. I didn't know then where my love for food would take me, but I had an inkling. What I did know was that I loved food, like deeply, and I loved people. After 23 years as a chef, I can confidently say this is my thing. And suddenly, I lost my father in 2017. And from Norway, I'm now hosting a TV cooking show. Something wasn't right. The meat industry and the passing of my father was still burning inside me. I felt pregnant. And suddenly, I'm addressing the elephant in the room. I've always loved animals. And I will tell you just now how this friendship with this guy right in front of me began. But wait, I finally gave birth to my first vegan ham. Just look at that. And what about my second born? You can tell they have different cries. Just look at that. Just look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. You guys can, this one you have to like just dive in.
Okay. That looks so real.
higher level.
I'll try.
Okay. No, everything was tasty. Now, let me tell you, now, when you told that there is a big mixture in chicken, so I was doubtful, but when I ate it, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Okay, so now watch this move, guys. I promise you, Michael Jordan has got nothing on me. Look at that. Boom. We're just getting warmed up. Are you guys ready? Okay, so it's 1.3 kilos of egg flour, 350 ml of water, 40 ml of beet juice, and now we're gonna mix. Cover with cold water for an hour and then wash it until only gluten is left. You need to rest it for another hour until there is no water. It needs to look like this. But before we continue, guys, let's see how the firstborn was conceived. I think it was way too much vegan butter. I mean, look at her. The only thing that I really liked, I think she was super smooth. Look at that. What about the second-born? How was she conceived? Not much butter there, much difference, but it's not where we want to be. Let's go back to our pig saver. I mean, it's amazing that this will look like this, but it's not really what we're looking for. Anyway, if you need a detailed video on how to wash the flour, the link is in the description. Here are all the flavors, guys, all the ingredients in the screen. I mean, this is power. This is one of the differences on how this one is conceived. The pig saver. Look at it. I am pouring my heart out. Doesn't that look like my heart? Guys, one other important thing is to massage. Massage the pig. If you really want your stuff to look power, to look like this, massage the pig. Now I'm folding hair, curling like a baby in the womb. Look at that. You need to steam it for at least an hour or even 2 hours is fine. Look at the difference. The other one is just so too much in color. I mean, look at this baby here. Look at this baby. Guys, you need to watch and learn. Wait and see what happens. Okay, guys, so as I said, I steam it for an hour. I mean, you can go for 2 hours. What I normally do, I steam it for an hour, then switch off the oven and leave it inside for another hour or two to get this kind of stiffness. And as I said, I do have a method for washing the flour on the description. You see, this looks good, right? It looks great, but not like the end product, guys. I mean, you're gonna see what happens. It's just magic. Now, we also need to see how the first bonus texture was like. So I like the fact that it was one color, but not the flavors. Okay, let's deal with flavors now. So that's paprika, that's flavored salt, and that's fresh lemon juice, and that's cooking oil, and that is a dash of smoked or liquid smoke, I should say, and that is was maple syrup, and this is black strip molasses. Now let's mix everything together. And one of the things you need to remember, I like to keep this overnight for a powerful flavor. Look at the difference when it's smoked. You know, it's not that smooth before smoking, and then once you smoke it, it becomes a bit smooth. And remember, gluten swells when it's heated. Okay, let's do our thing. I wash my griller with fresh onion. Okay, so I used my own homemade oven, and I used hickory firewood for smoking. Guys, look at that. I smoked it for an hour, guys. Look at that. But I think it's a bit why does it look faint? I can't even cut it. What a mistake. What a flop. Okay, no. No. I don't want it to look like that inside. I mean, those holes, the different colors. It's amazing that it was like this. Remember? At the beginning is bent underneath. Way too much heat, guys. I can't even cut it. Imagine that. I'm just showing you guys what the possibilities of making vegan ham. I mean, it doesn't really look bad, right? The texture and everything, but it's not what we're looking for. I don't think we'll be able to save any pigs with this. The texture is fine. I mean, remember the firstborn. Okay, let us see the texture of the firstborn. I didn't like the color, guys. But let us see the texture. Let's see the texture. You see, it's solid, it's one thing, and the texture is really, I mean, look at it, guys. Look at it. The texture wasn't that bad. Not really. I mean, not really. But will this save the pigs? Maybe not. Okay. So what we do, let us fix this. Don't worry. Let us fix this. Just baste it with this marinade. Pop it in the oven for about an hour in a very low heat. Normally, what do I do with mine? Once it's done, I switch off the oven. I leave it in there overnight. And in the morning, guys, it's power. I'm sure you already subscribed, because if this elephant is following me everywhere, then you surely have to hit that notification button so you don't get to miss out next time when I post. Okay. There is the Chenche giant, the one with broken tusk. I named him Mletisi, which is my indigenous name, and it means a helper. He has helped me in so many ways that I can't even explain. I mean, those tusks, they tell you that he has seen some beggars. When he's around, every animal, every elephant fall into place, fall into line. But I'm afraid this one here is alone today, and it is very aggressive. This one, I named him Uluhudu. You'll see. I so wish that Mletis was here, because he is a real leader. This guy was not going to do this. He's a leader just like me in the kitchen. Let's see what this guy is doing. And don't be fooled. He walks like he's in slow motion, but that's not a slow motion. That is like almost running. There is Mletisi right there, as cool as a cucumber, yet majesty. We are very tight. We are very tight. Sometimes I sit here and I tell him my secrets. I tell him my birthdays. I tell him the failures of my recipes. I tell him everything. But let me show you how this relationship started. I mean, you won't believe it. You need to fasten your seatbelt because what I'm going to do right now, God. I will touch him. I promise you, I'm gonna touch him. Okay, so I want to get very, very close. Okay, I'm gonna get close. Wait. I would never touch him. I might have touched his heart and probably won his mind. But look at him. Can you see the trunk? I know he knows I'm here. He can sense me. He was. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, so just look at him. As big as life. That is Africa. That is Africa right there, baby. Look at him playing with the soil. That's a subscription, brother. That is a subscription right there. And if the elephant is subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button because you get to miss out, baby. This is Africa. And so that's how the friendship started. Yeah, so he comes here almost every day and I tell him my bad days, my good days. I tell him about my failures of my recipes. I tell him basically everything. And sometimes this place gets very, very dry and I found some water for him, pour some water. Whenever he comes, at least there's water. He likes to drink here. I believe that he chases lions, leopards, whatever is dangerous away from this house where I stay. Yeah, so listen to the sound of his stomach, sounding like a tumble dryer. He comes here more often, as if to check if I'm okay. Sometimes I look for him through the window. Just look at those hash browns. Guys, before I forget, I meant to share with you the texture of the second one. I mean, look at her. I mean, this is after she's from the oven. Overnight, as I said, also is the same 1 hour on a very low heat. And then what I normally do, I don't take it out. I just close it, keep it like that. As long as the oven is off, tomorrow, this is what you see. It's power. Look at the texture, man. Maybe we can save some pigs here, but not quite where I want it to be. Here. Right there. I mean, come on. I know. I mean, he's got scars just like the elephant. I mean, every soldier has scars, but man, this is power, man. This is just, I mean, just look at that. This has to be in the supermarket, guys. I mean, just look at that. Okay, so guys, now go to the comment section. Please tell me which one takes the cup. I mean, you have seen the first one, the second, and this is the pig saver. Which one takes the cup, guys? Please let me know in the comment section. What about my vegan scrambled egg? Fluffy and flazy, man. Ah, man, come on now. Come on now. What about these beans? These African beans. Ah, man, those vegan chicken sausages. Guys, I mean, you're gonna be seeing some of these things in the supermarket super soon. I mean, now I'm really going full blast. I mean, what about my vegan egg replacement for baking? Look at that. Ah, my hash browns. Ah, man, vegan bacon. So everything is ready. As you can see, it's been a tremendous day. It took me some time to prepare all these things. But the guys are here. I'm going to test and see. We'll hear from them what they will have to say. You can come through. Come closer. As you can see, let me rather use the tongue. So this is another version of my bacon. And don't really mind. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. And here, I just want to show you this. I don't know if you can see nicely there. But you can maybe rather come this side. Is it better? Yeah, so now, as you can see, look at how fleshy this thing is. Look how fleshy it is. That is just power. And let me test it. Look, I don't want to be biased because I made it. We just have to hear from them. But as of me, this is heaven. The smokiness from the fire and the firewood, the type of firewood that we used here is really proper. Look, man, I'm not here to preach you. I'm not here to tell you what to eat. I'm just offering you an alternative way to enjoy the foods you love while doing something really good for the world. It's just one step on your plate can make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things. You know, I mean, if you have watched this far, it really means that you care. So I will really plead with you to share this video, like, comment. Let's make it go viral. Let's reach as much as possible. I really appreciate it. You got to come here to test what we're all about. We really appreciate it. And the other thing that we also try to do and try to make sure that you guys have the utmost experience. You know, there is no use to come from overseas or from even here, from locally in South Africa, come here and you're still gonna eat your pizza, you're still gonna eat the things that you eat at home. Here, the things you eat are totally different from what you eat from home, and that's the adventure. So it's not really about the animals, about just nature, but it's also about the food, the culture, the people. Yeah. I mean, you can always come from where if you want to just to shop by yourself. And, don't you want the beans? I've got beautiful beans here. You can just want to taste. Doesn't have to be a lot. There. Got beans here. Actually, you know what? You guys, especially you guys, just dive in. Just dive in. You shop the way you would want. You shop the way you would want. So you see, obviously it's different from Russell's side. This is meant for you guys. And then you've got some hash brown here. I can just pick up.
The beans look so good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. There you go. Someone can just pick up and test. Just pick that up and test.
But it's not actually from pigs.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not from pig
vegan,
at all.
right?
It's proper vegan. You can just take that and taste.
That's so good.
Yeah, take and taste. Take and taste. Yeah.
It's vegan.
Take and taste. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, it'll be nice to still, you can still taste this and still enjoy without hurting the animal or without having to live in a manner that you put your health in jeopardy in terms of what we are facing. As you know, how pigs live, you know. Okay, so this is, let's try the bacon as well.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Okay.
That also vegan.
Yeah, this is vegan as well. Everything in here, what you see is vegan. Okay. This one, just test small. Okay, go ahead.
That's
Other than that,
This one actually
Yeah.
This is actually,
Yeah.
Really
Do you
nice.
enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
smoky flavor.
Yeah, that's smoky flavor. Yes.
Yeah.
So I smoked it actually.
Oh, okay.
I am glad to pick that up because I smoked it. Okay. Then finally, tell me your thoughts here.
It looks really good.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Just gonna chop this up. You guys can. This one you have to like just dive in.
That looks so weird.
It's
I was not chicken.
No, it smells like chicken.
No, that is actually just chicken.
yeah, that's
Taste
chicken.
yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, it's chicken.
Yeah, this one is chicken.
That's chicken, guys. Wow.
But what if I told you it's not chicken? What if I told you it's not chicken?
How
Well,
do
it's
you
fine. I will
It
have to
still
do
tastes
this.
the same.
Because it's not chicken.
What?
Why would it be this chicken? It's not chicken.
He's lying.
It is chicken.
But anyway, that's basically what we're trying to achieve.
So is it
and
actually
get-
chicken or no?
No, it's not chicken.
He's lying.
It's not chicken.
Oh, it's
It's not chicken.
That is
Tastes like chicken.
absolutely crazy.
Martin.
lamb.
Okay. And then beef. Okay. So this is the whole idea. The idea here is really, as you know, people are struggling in terms of eating animals because of the side effects that comes with it, especially in our days where you've got a lot of things that are cancer, this cancer that sometimes you can't even pronounce because you don't really know what it is. So slow but sure, people are running away from eating animals. So it might be for that reason, but it's also for the reason of religion. There's some cultures who don't eat meat. Some cultures it's 30 days a year, then they abstain themselves from eating meat for whatever reason. So it might be ethical, it might be health-wise, economical, logical, whatever the case. But here now, because we've got a lot of international clients, and also we've got people coming, even from local, especially Durban, people don't eat meat. And it's not always nice to always go to a restaurant and you're just gonna eat chips or you're just gonna eat salad. Sometimes it's nice.
Sorry, I have a question. How do you make it vegan?
Okay, so here's the question. Why do I make it vegan? Okay, so we are all connected. Humans, animals, the earth, and if we can make a small change that can benefit everyone, why not give it a try? That's what this vegan ham is about. This veganism is about. Love, connection, and doing what's right. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I am not perfect. I'm not even close to being perfect. You know, I'm not holy or anyway. I'm not better than anyone. You know, this journey hasn't been easy. That's been worth it. My vegan ham has gone from an experiment to a mission to save millions of pigs. I have invested a lot of time, a lot of heart, and a lot of, and yes, even a lot of money. But the point is, just wanted to say, and I'll repeat this again, it's really to inspire the young people. Because young people nowadays, it's all about TikTok, it's all about fast-paced life, yet there is a lot of things that they can actually develop and use their brains. Where I come from a very dilapidated township. In my time, when you left wires, when you come tomorrow, you won't find the wires. You'll find a wire car that will drive. If you leave a tire, tomorrow we'll be rolling the tire. We'll make from what we find. it's not what you see nowadays. The kids don't want to be outside; they want to be inside. They just want the TikTok and all that. There's a lot. I mean, so this is what I love. This is what I do. This is what I love. So it has taken me time. With all the things that you have tested today, there was a lot of hard work. I tried a couple of times and failed. Tried a couple of times and failed. Some ingredients you can't even get locally. You have to get from overseas, call certain places. Some they're coming from Germany, Australia. Australia is becoming, I mean, it's probably number one now when it comes to plant-based and veganism. My father passed away 2017 from blood cancer, and that also had an impact in me because the doctor said the problem he was eating a lot of meat. So it was meat, lamb with beef, with pork, and everything. So then it inspires me to make a change, even if it might be just one small change, you know. But it's a change. It's a change, you know. I've always said, if you don't sleep at night because of a mosquito, it's normally just one mosquito, and it's very, very tiny. It's very tiny, but it can keep you awake. So I might be as tiny as the mosquito, but the whole idea is to make that change and inspire. And I hope, especially the youngsters, I really hope they might have been whatever they want to pursue in their lives, whatever, if they're in college, if they're in university, whatever they are, they pursue. And this is only the beginning for me. I'm still trying to crack the wall. And I also appreciate the opportunity that you guys have given me. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Wishing you all the best.
All the best.
It's sure you're going to go on a higher level.
I try.
Okay. No, everything was tasty. Now, let me tell you, now, when you told that there is a big mixture in chicken, so I was doubtful, but when I ate it, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay? And I enjoyed that this chickpea.
Yes.
Okay.
Because one of the things, and I'll tell you, one of the reasons to do meat alternatives is that most cases, and not just South Africa, but the whole southern region or the whole Africa, every time there is hunger in a certain area, people are normally given beans. It's linguines. So in the African community, people don't want beans because they associate beans with poverty. So no one wants beans. So what I did is just to take those beans and transfer them into something interesting. I make yogurt. They know here I make yogurt using beans. But when people eat that yogurt, they don't believe it's beans, but it is beans. So it's basically taking an ordinary ingredient and turning it into something beautiful. Because we can do that. We don't have to always eat meat, and you don't always have to do that. I mean, the oil that we use, the canola, the what, if you do a proper research, you'll find that all these things contribute a lot in our health issues that we face. But of course, the world is more interested in making money in hospitals and whatnot. Yet we can make a change, and the change is really in the plate. It's more in the plate than in the hospital.
So, what in the background?
What do you mean?
Your education background, you studied this one, or is it passion?
It's passion.
Also.
And I'll make another. People come here, right? They come here because they're experiencing, maybe someone is going through a divorce, maybe someone has lost a child. So they come here so the place itself can soothe their wounds somehow, can lick their wounds somehow. But also they want to see the big five. If they don't see the big five, they're upset. If they don't see a record, they don't see, any of the big five. And I always try to tell them that it's not always about the big five. We do have the ugly five. We do have the small five.
Yeah.
And actually the small five is more interesting than the big five. The dang big one can push 1,000 times its weight using the back legs. The back legs. An elephant cannot do that. Back legs. And the other interesting thing, it can do that during the day and uses stars to navigate. We cannot see the stars. We don't have the ability to see the stars. A dunk which you can see the stars during the day. That alone should be wow in us as human beings, and that can really, especially for the young people, right? They can push harder to make a change, because I mean we can do this. Is called a reservation, right? What are we reserving? What are we trying to reserve? Where are the young people for tomorrow to see that this is what we're trying to reserve? We always have old people here. After a week they are gone. What are they reserving? Or is it a cemetery for people to come and say goodbye and die? It shouldn't be like that. We need young people to come here, understand what we are trying to achieve. You know, it's not just a tree. The tree is communicate with you. It's not just a bee. A bee contributes about 10% of the oxygen that we breathe. It is that important. It is important as yesterday. So as of me, I take a chance to also express my interest and make that impact so people can understand that there is more than just what is up there. So I hope I'm making sense somewhere.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Very good.